Guys, deluded. I'm back again. YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Now, I must admit, you guys know I like a break from this sort of stuff when I can, despite all the videos. But we have to talk about Sane, sadly, not being in the Germany side, going for this World Cup in Russia in a couple of weeks' time, or next week, really. So, yeah, let's speak about it. It did come as a surprise, and I'm sure it did to you lot as well. Fair enough if you're German or you're a German-based fan that's watching this, or German, more of an avid watcher of Bundesliga, or keep more of an eye in what's going on in German matters in football. If your views are just more German-centric, as mine are naturally to the Premier League, you might have saw this coming because of the form of others or the sound bites and sound waves. I don't know, innit? But I'm pretty sure to the average fan, you thought Sane's had a terrific season, as a number of them City boys have. He's got double figures for goals and assists. He's been there for decisive moments. And for someone, when he initially came to England, I know his first 6 months were tough because the tabloids, they weren't giving him the Sterling treatment, but people were saying, just a flop, this and that. And sadly, when you play, I say sadly, Carl, it happened to be Arsenal. For me anyways, it looked like when he played Arsenal, what season was it? Whenever we had the yellow away shirt and it was City away at the Etihad, Sterling, sadly, he dived, my guy, you're my guy, but he dived. And we were doing well until the second half. We turned up in the first. That game, in it, Sane played out of his skin and he went on upward curve since then. But yeah, he's not in the German squad, and I mean, people of other nations have done less than him and they're going. So yeah, I know he is eligible to play for Senegal and he will be around for the 2020 Euros and going forward, but considering he's 22 years of age and off the back of a good season, and a number of his teammates of City are going to the World Cup, it's sadly a disappointment, man, and I do feel it for him, to be honest. Like I said, I do believe he's got Senegalese nationality in himself or something else, and I'm not sure, but I did see online somewhere French. I don't know if that one's true. I think his dad's Senegalese, so maybe if he could have played for them, he'd be at the World Cup, but that's just being silly and being devil's advocate on my behalf. Like I said, it's sad. Jogi Löw, the manager of Germany, has spoken about it. He said Sane will be back in September. I assume that's for 2020 for qualification. And he said it was tough, but they couldn't really, in layman's terms, he couldn't really get rid of another defender. He wasn't feeling cutting a defender. And it came down to the likes of Brandt and their man there, and apparently Brandt got the upper hand on him. I mean, I did see something about he's better defensively. To be fair, Brandt's had a decent bit of form for his club, and I like him a lot as a player. There's talk of going to Bayern Munich. And Jurgen Löw referred to, I don't know if you guys remember, when they took a young sort of squad to the Confederations Cup last year, and Brandt, in Löw's words, played well there. So obviously Jurgen Löw's obviously planned the squad for years. Maybe he's kept that in mind, and if he's done that, fair enough. And for all Sane's form at club level, domestic, I mean, for international, it's not really the same. I mean, in 12 appearances for 11 caps, sorry, he's got no goals and 1 assist. And I think someone put it up on Twitter that equates to 592 minutes per goal and assist. Compare that to his club form, which is 14 goals and 19 assists, all comps, I believe. Obviously, Brandt got 12 goals, 7 assists in all comps. Royce did alright as well. I don't know why I didn't write his down. And Draxler got 5 goals and 1 assist. Now, people could point to Draxler not going to the squad as well, but you got to remember he's probably Jurgen Löw's favourites in the sense that he's a trusted member of the German side. He's got a crap load of amount of German caps. He's won the World Cup. He's a trusted member of the side, as was Marco Reus, who's had some injury problems, but I think he's been decent this season, and definitely of late he's been doing his bits for Dortmund, at least from what I've seen. He would have went to the last World Cup. Sadly, he got injured, and Mustafi went and got his World Cup thing. But so it goes sometimes, man. If it came down to Brandt and Sane ultimately, and there's not much you could say. If Jurgen Löw saying that's what he wants to go with, that's what he wants to go with. Personally, if it was me, Sane would be there. I look at the side, I can't really fault the angle of not really wanting to get rid of any defenders because they're not going with Boateng and that. I can't really fault that. And saying this, that Mario Gomez, you got to respect him, and he'll probably score and shut my words up now, but I'm looking at him. I probably could have clipped him, to be fair, because I believe Muller and Werner's there. Who else have I got? I'm so sure there was someone else. Draxler maybe not have taken him as well, but Draxler's my guy, so I probably would have. I did think Tar did enough to get in the German squad. I'm quite upset about that, to be fair, man. Sule's been good, but he's known to make mistakes and has his defensive problems there. Like I said, more avid viewers of Bundesliga and Bayern Munich matters, and more than that are free to disagree. I'm not going to try and beat you on that, but for me, it looks like he has problems concentrating, and it looks like a big club biased to a degree in that. But he's done his thing. Royce deserves to be there. Obviously, if you compare Sane, Brandt, Royce and Draxler, you can't really have too much faults. You can say Draxler, but you got to point to the experience to a degree. So yeah, man, it's sad. The benefit is he's still young. He's 22. What he'll be in his, assuming he'll be in his peak. Hopefully, God willing, he'll be. I think he'll be a crazy player by then. By 26, the next World Cup in Qatar, if it's still there, he'll be a super player by then. Hopefully, he would have went to the European competition in 2020, so he's got a chance to make amends there. Obviously, it's a bitter pill to swallow because Walker's gonna be there, and who else is gonna be there? Walker's gonna be there. Stones is gonna be there. Kevin's there. All them other City players are there, so it is a bitter pill to swallow, man. I'm like, it's sad, like it's very sad. It is very sad. If he's saying that he needs to improve defensively, then fair enough. But we've also got to point people, and as much as I want Sane to go, ultimately his international performances hasn't been replicated. The club perform hasn't been replicated to international level, and that's what it comes down to. Even the game against Austria was kind of indifferent the other day. But hopefully he bounce back, man. It is what it is. Hopefully 2020, the likes of him, Hervites, Kai Hervites of Leverkusen, and Gnabry get a shout or whatever, man. But I'm rambling now at this point, man. Guys, deluded. Get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out, man.